Okay, here's another video to let you know what I'm doing. Now, if you recall before, I had showed you something like this. Um, get the microphone there. I had showed you something like this, and my original plan was on the 1 hour that I was just going to go from buy to sell. Um, okay, so this UT button, I was just going to go from buy to sell, and it looks pretty solid, okay? And I'm looking at another chart to tell me when to get out, but whatever. So then I decided, well, for example, here buy sell, I could lose and it goes down. So starting getting into it. I mean, when you have some money, you could get into this. You could take a slight loss, but then you could just keep on, like, absolutely moving ahead and really, crushing it. Look at this over here, look at this over here, and back it up. But there are some points where suddenly, you're gonna buy and then it drops and then it continues. So I want to have a little bit more money first, where I can just easily absorb those, but keep making like big profits. Because here's like, yeah, it's like a 3 or 4 times return here, 3 or 4 times return here. I mean, these are pretty big returns. Okay, so before I get to that point, where I'm just like buying and selling between points and don't care on the 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Buy, sell. I mean, you know, if I get into this with like 300-400 bucks, and buy and sell close to the line, about probably about 7, 8, 9 out from the money, set at about a week plus 2 days out. I mean, I'm making constant bank forever using this. But to get into it, I don't want to do this and all of a sudden have to reset the money. And so for that case, I'm going over here. Now, I had showed you how to do this before. Um, what I'm looking for, you see this line, this DMI line, that purple line? I'm looking for entries under 20. Okay, so where's 20? It's about right here. You see this line right here? That's the 20 line. When it drops below the 20 line, it moves hard. Okay, when it's way up here, it's becoming exhausted. There's no big moves. So I look for a couple things. First thing, of course, is if there's a spike, meaning new direction. When there's a spike, meaning new direction, I check two things. Is this below 20? And here, yes, it is. However, since this was green, I like seeing this position not almost exhausted, like it's already up at the top in the red or near the red. I like seeing it down here, like just coming up in the right direction upwards, coming up from the bottom, not already arrived at the top. So even though this one worked, I'm going to skip it. Okay, so I'm looking for other instances where it's below 20. Here's one. All right, here's a new spike. All right, so as soon as I get a new spike, I check, is it below 20? Yep. Is this in the right position? Yes. So I purchase a put. I purchase about 1 week plus one expiration date out, approximately, and I ride it. So the question is when to get out. Okay, you sort of see this when it sort of tops out like this. It's a good time to get out. So I saw a little top here. I'd probably get out here, and this is like a good 3 times return. So see this line? See, like, for example, you see this line? There's a visible top, and that's a pretty good time to get out if you were taking this one, but you wouldn't because this was up here. So I back tested this going back about 2, 3 months, and it looks pretty solid. So let's look at other positions where it's below 20. Here's one. Here's a new spike that says get in. It's below 20, and it's in the right position down here at the RSI stove. And you just ride this on down. And here's another way to know when the ride's getting close to being over. You see this tracer line? See this tracer line? Whenever it comes up and across and turns like yellowish over line, that means the party's getting close to being over. Okay, which is fine because this is about a 3 times return. All right, it's almost like a toast popping up in a toaster. Done. A ding, or like right here, ding. That means it's almost over. Usually when there's a new direction like that, you'll get that little indicator saying that the most of it's over. So I would have gotten out about right here, and you can see it sort of tops out around here. And that's a good time to get out. All right, so let's look at some more. Where else did it go below? Let's see. Nope, still about 20. Nope, still about 20. Still about 20. Those. There's a spike. Is that? Yep. That's an entrance. It's just below 20. It's in the right position up here at the top on the way down. So if it was already down here, it'd already be exhausted. It might just like not go too far. But here's it's just starting to come down, and sure enough, it's coming down. Now you can see how clear this is with this hill rising. You know, the corresponding hill. Here's that toaster pop thing I talked about. So it might be a good time to get out about right here. And then here's the top of this mountain. That's another time to get out. And again, that's about 2-3 times, maybe almost 3.5 times gain. Alright, so moving along. Is this below the 20? Just barely in the right place. So it's coming up. Alright, so. Okay, sorry, I just paused this recording for a second. Let's see. Yeah, I would have taken this. And then right here, when I started seeing, you know, it's the top right here. When I start seeing yellow and then 2 X's, that's, you know, X and then a yellow, and it's not really climbing a big mountain, I would bail. So I would have gotten out about right there. Alright, so looking. Is this below? Let's see. Spike. I don't know, I'd probably skip that. Let's see, we're above. Alright, here's below 20. Here's a new spike. Alright, we take that. It's in the right position. And right away, the next morning, it jumped down. And when there was a big gap the next morning, I'm just going to take the money and get out, because that's when the options really plump up. And then as you know, the option buyers and sellers see it kind of flattens out, the option prices decrease. But on the morning on the big gap, option prices jump, so I would have gotten out right there. Okay, let's see. So right here, nothing's happening. It's way above 20. About this spike? Above 20. This about 20. This spike. Now, when this spike happens, we look down. Yep, we're below 20, and we're in the right position. We ride that up. Big spike up here. Might very well exit already. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know it goes from 422. This is 422 to say 433, almost a 10-point jump. You know, your options would have really gone up. So I might have gotten out right here. So let's see, below 20. See right here, this is below 20, but you can see it's almost already exhausted. It's on its way down, going down towards the green. So that's bad for the red spike. We would have wanted it up here, so we skip that. So right here we're above 20. Right here we're below 20, and once again, it's at the top. We ride it on down, and we see the hill up here. We get out at the top of the hill, and boom. So I've back tested this a couple months, and it looks pretty solid. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get into this with the 45-minute chart. I haven't really seen a failure yet with this, and then I'm going to switch over to this. Just buy to sell. Once I have like say like $900, I'm not really sweating. I can just throw it around, and I would think that I could really make some money on these, man. Keep things about a week and 2 expiration dates out, and just roll with that. So that is what I'm going to be doing. All right, thanks for watching.